Hello. My name is Peyton and I don't know how to do YouTube. I have not made a video in a very long time, and as soon as I decided to make a YouTube video, my camera battery is dead. So I'm filming this first part with my phone, but lately I've been watching a lot of booktube videos and have been in a very big booktube mood. So I have decided to do a reading vlog this week. It is August 4th. So the Newts have started and I am participating, but I'm not going to be specifically vlogging the Newts. I'm going to be extending it to the end of the year. Most of the books that I will be reading until the end of the year are related to the Newts because I stupidly chose 2 careers and 4 of the bonuses and I'm not overlapping. So I need to read 45 books by the end of the year, which I can get done. I've already read 82 books this year, but this is what I am reading now. A Stranger in the House by Shari LaPena. I'm sorry. It is so good. I read A Couple Next Door by this author, and I think that was her debut novel, and it was so good. It's written in third person omniscient, I believe. That's where like you see everyone's point of view and you can like see into everybody's mind kind of. So we see the couple, Karen and Tom, but we see into Karen and Tom's, both of their minds, and the detective's mind and the neighbor's mind. So we kind of get to see everybody, so we know when people are lying and when they're telling the truth. But she does a very good job of not giving away anything. I am about, I'd say like 60% of the way through. I'm on page 219, so I have like this much more to read. I want to get it done today. Basically, in this story, we get this couple, Karen and Tom, and Karen gets a phone call and she's really frantic, so she rushes out of the house and she gets in a car accident, and then she wakes up in the hospital and she can't remember anything that happened the night before. So she doesn't know why she was in the bad part of town or why she got in a car wreck. Her husband doesn't know anything. And then we find out that there was a murder very close to where her accident happened, and her car had tire tracks near the crime scene. We know very early on in the story, I'm not giving anything away, we know very early on in the story that she was very close to the crime scene, that she was there. But we don't know if she was involved, if she saw something, or if her things were just there. She does such a good job at like doing twists and everything, so we learn a lot about this couple's lives and their lives before they met each other. It is fantastic. I'm working from home right now, and it's the beginning of the month, so it's pretty slow, but I have my phone propped up against my laptop where I have my email and Slack, so I can like get notifications and do things when they pop up. But I am taking my lunch break, so I'm going to set my alarm for, I'm on my phone, I don't know why, I was just looking for it. I'm going to read for about an hour, and then probably go make some lunch. I'll update you guys soon. Okay, so the hour is up. I just read another 50 pages in the book. I'm sorry I'm like looking that way because I'm trying to like, I'm not used to this whole YouTube thing. I'm looking at me rather than looking at the camera. Anyway, I have some baby carrots, some ranch, and a smoothie. But yes, I read another 50 pages. I'm almost done. Like, oh my goodness, I am so close to being finished. So yes, I will finish this book today. It is, I didn't tell you what time it is, but it's 12:30 now. So I wanted to give you all a little update. We just got to like a serious point in the story. I can't really tell you what's happening now because it's a major spoiler, but the way that she writes, I don't know how she does it, but the chapters are super short, which makes this so easy to read, but it's suspenseful. Every chapter gives you new information, and like anything that happens for a reason, and it comes back later on in the story, which I love, because after reading so many Stephen King books and just like reading so many tangents that I thought would come into play later and then didn't, has just been super frustrating, and it's really refreshing to finally have an author that like includes tangents that do come into play later and aren't just like, you know, fun anecdotes that are pointless and irrelevant. Everything's kind of starting to be solved in a way that I thought was gonna happen anyway. So there's 30 pages left and we're kind of at the end, but we still don't know all that happened. So I know a lot more is going to happen, but I hope it's not rushed. You know how some books, like, you know, they wait until the very end to tell you the full story and like really let you know what happened, and sometimes that can be pretty rushed. Game of Thrones season 8. But we're given enough information where we can kind of guess what actually happened to as far as like the murder, and like, was Karen there? Was she a part of the murder? Was she just a witness? Like, was she just not there at all? I don't want to like give away too much. I don't know how to YouTube. I am going to eat my carrots, drink my smoothie, and read the rest of this book real quick. Finished it. It took me a little bit longer than I thought. It took me about another hour because my boyfriend called and we talked a little bit. We're actually moving into an apartment at the end of this month, so we're getting a bunch of things finalized and everything. He called me when I had 2 pages left, so I was like, I really love you. I love you so much that I will talk to you. As I was saying before, I thought that I knew what was gonna happen, and I knew, you know, and I thought that I had everything figured out. But I didn't. Sherry, you got me. Again. Okay, so there's a new one that came out, it came out in 2018, called An Unwanted Guest on that sticker there. Don't look, don't pay attention to this. I buy all my books secondhand. One, because I can save money that way, but also it saves trees and they don't have to like produce another book to fill my order. So I could just buy one that was already printed. But sometimes they have stickers, but that just means they're like $3, so it's good. Anyway, focus, Peyton. It was fantastic. I'd say 4 out of 5 stars just because it didn't leave me with closure. I need my questions answered, and I don't like it when books leave me with unanswered questions. So you're a 4-star. I think I will be starting Stars Above on Libby, which is a series of short stories that are sort of companion stories with the Lunar Chronicles. And I loved the Lunar Chronicles, and I read Fairest, which was great. So I'm gonna read Stars Above, and I don't know what physical book I might read next. I think it'll be tied between King of Crows and Fire on High. The King of Crows is the last book in the Diviners series, and it came out in February, but I just finished Before the Devil Breaks You, which was by far my favorite book in the series. I think it might be The King of Crows. I think I want to know how that series finishes. I need a minute to like think about Stranger in the House. I recommend it. I highly, highly recommend it. And it's not like, you don't have to read The Couple Next Door before you read this one, because they're both standalones. They're just kind of similar. Also, reading The Couple Next Door doesn't prepare you at all for the plot in this one, which I thought I had under my belt, but I didn't. It was a good thriller, but it wasn't scary, but it definitely gave me chills. It's 1:30 now. I think I am going to finish my smoothie because I haven't finished it yet and start Stars Above. I'll see you later. Bye. Hello. So it's 2:30 now, so it's been about an hour. I did some work. My dog is barking at the neighbor's dog. So, are you done? So I'm a massive nerd, even for a booktuber. Like, it sounds nerdy. It is. It does sound nerdy, and it is nerdy. But I have organized how many books I need to read each month to read 45 books by the end of the year. I need to read 9 books a month. I have already read 2. It's the 4th. So I'm doing pretty good. I just need to read 7 more books, and I've picked out which books I want to read this month and calculated how many pages I need to read a day to get that done. Anyway, I'm holding up The Last Olympian because I looked at my list of books that I've given myself to read this month. And With the Fire on High isn't on this list for this month, so I would either have to read The Boy and His Horse, which is the third book in the Chronicles of Narnia series. Also, I'm trying to finish all the series that I'm in the middle of by the end of the year, because I'm in the middle of so many different series that I need to finish them. It has gone on for way too long and it needs to end. All the books that I'm reading this month are a part of a series or the ending of a series. So my options were The Boy and His Horse, which is the third book in the Chronicles of Narnia, The Last Olympian, which is the last book in the Percy Jackson and the Olympian series, or The King of Crows, which is the last book in the Diviners series. Out of those, I chose The Last Olympian because after reading A Stranger in the House, I wanted to read something fun and funny, lighthearted, and I didn't feel like crying because I feel like King of Crows is gonna make me cry. I have the whole series in physical books for the Percy Jackson and the Olympian series, and I forgot that my copy of The Last Olympian is a misprint, because there are 4 pages that you can't read. That's not right. That's not like a letter that somebody wrote and like it's smudged to like, you know, add effect or whatever. No, you can't read it. Like I'm zooming in. You can't read it. There are 4 pages like that. You cannot read what is on it. Anyway, so I'm going to have to find a copy of The Last Olympian, whether it be online or I just go to a bookstore, find it, and then just take the pictures of the 4 pages that are like missing, because I don't feel like buying another copy of the book when I, you know, have it right here. So yes, I have chosen to read The Last Olympian, and according to my calculations, I'm on my phone. I don't know why I keep trying to look for my phone, but according to my calculations, I have to read roughly 60 pages a day to meet my goal, to read all these books that I've chosen for myself this month. I'm going to go ahead and start this one and see how far I can get. So the day is over. It is 9:15 at night. I have taken out my contacts, so I cannot see anything. But I just wanted to update you guys. On the end of my first day of vlogging, I got pretty far. I think I told you guys that I only needed to read about 60 pages, and I already read 80 today, so technically I didn't really need to read any to meet my quota. But I am on page 116. I'm in the middle of a chapter, and every time I stop reading a Rick Riordan book, I am like, okay, that was fantastic. I don't know why it took me so long to pick it up. And then I like wait a month, 2 months to pick up the next one in the series. And the cycle repeats itself. So like I'm like 116 pages into this book, and it only took me maybe 2 hours to get that far. And already I'm like, why did it take me so long to pick up this book? It's fantastic. Rick Riordan's books are funny, they're cute, they're, you know, they're good. And I'm so excited for the TV show on Disney Plus. I cannot tell you how excited I am. And he did say that it would be about, I think he said like 2 years before they start filming, or they start like airing it or something like that, but I am willing to wait. I want them to pick the perfect cast, because Logan Lerman, I love you, but you were too old. You were definitely not 12 years old, and you were most definitely probably 2021 when you filmed that movie. I am just very excited. I will update you guys. I'm gonna read some more before I go to bed. And yeah, anyway, good night. Good morning. It is 8:10 in the morning. I am doing my work. I wanted to jump on real quick right now and update you guys I'm not a morning person. Also, my dog woke me up at an hour too early. I wanted to update you guys on what I read last night, and I can't remember like how many pages I read or how many chapters I read, but I am almost halfway through. I've read all of this yesterday. Also, I forgot to mention that I've read Percy Jackson before. I've read the Heroes of Olympus, Percy Jackson and the Olympians, and the Kane Chronicles before. But I saw that they had like the Trials of Apollo and the Magnus Chase series. I heard that you could read those, or you could read the Magnus Chase series without reading the other series, but I couldn't remember what happened in the other series because the last time I read those I was in middle school. So I decided to pick them up again. I'm so glad I did because I completely forgot what happened. You guys know the plot of Percy Jackson, probably. If not, it's about this boy who, very early on in the series, he finds out that he is the son of a god. I mean, I guess I could tell you which one because you find out like within the first half of the first book, but let's let it be suspenseful. And he, goes on a bunch of adventures with all of his friends, and there's this like overarching prophecy throughout the series that, is going to be concluded in this book. Drinking my coffee out of my Ariel mug. But yeah, I'm gonna go and do some work, and I will update you guys later on in the day. I'll probably listen to more of Stars Above while I'm working. Yeah, so I'm going to go and do that, wake up a little bit, and I will update you guys later. Bye. Okay, hello. It is, hey Siri, what time is it?
It's 11:46 a.m.
It's 11:46 a.m. I've done all my daily assignments for work, so I'm pretty much done with working right now. I am going to lay in bed and read more of The Last Olympian. I have already read about 50 pages in it, so I'm halfway through the book. I might be able to finish it today. I'm in grad school. I'm going to grad school for digital communication analytics. I have a final project due Friday, and it's Wednesday, and I haven't started it. So I think I'm just going to read until I get bored, and then I'll start my final project if I don't have work assignments to do. Hope your day's going good. Story time. My hair looks insane. So it is 4:45 right now. Last time we spoke, I think it was around lunchtime. After I last spoke to you guys, I took a lunch break and read some more of the hero of I can't think of what it's called. The Last Olympian. I am on page 255, so I've got about that much more to read. I have about 126 pages left, which I can totally get done today. I don't need to, but I want to. I have a final project to work on. Don't think about it, don't think about it, don't think about it. Anyway, I read for a little bit, and then while I was on my lunch break, I got some notifications on work, so I got more assignments to do that I knew would last me for the rest of the day, so I was excited. And so after lunch, I get on and everything, and my mom comes home around 4, and the cops are across the street. So our house is on a corner, and on one side we have the lake, and on the other side we have the woods. So my window looks directly at the woods, and I'm at my desk, and my desk faces the window and everything. So I saw the police officers pull up to our neighbor's house, and then my mom pulls up right behind them. And my mom finds out what they're talking about, whatever, it's irrelevant. But they come in, my mom comes inside, and she goes outside to throw the ball for our dog. And our dog is very well trained. He's 10 years old, he's a pit bull mix, which makes people kind of nervous because of the stereotypes that go along with his breed. Granted, the police were here, so my mom shouldn't have brought Shiloh outside, because he does get a bit nervous around people that he doesn't know, and they have guns, and he's a pit bull. It makes me nervous because he's a super sweet dog, and he's super smart, and he's very well trained, and he knows his area and his territory and our property that he can roam on. But apparently he saw something and bolted into the woods. And so I I didn't see him run into the woods, but I'm like at my computer working or whatever, and I see my mom walk towards the woods, and I'm like, where is she going? So I go outside and I was like, oh no, where's Shiloh? And she's like, he's in the woods. I put on my shoes and go outside. And we can't go into the woods because there are snakes everywhere and other spiders and scorpions and things like that that I don't want to run into. So we're just like walking along the border of the woods so we can hear him walking around and everything, but so occasionally he'll get in these moods where he's just like, I don't care what you have to say, I'm not listening to you, I'm doing my own thing. And it makes me super nervous because he's well trained, he never does that. And because of his breed, somebody could shoot him or he could get bit. So it makes me really nervous. And so for about 20-30 minutes, me and my 7-year-old sister were walking around the border of the woods trying to get the dog before the cops came back down the street, because we live in a cul-de-sac, and they like went to the end. And so we're trying to find our dog before the cops come back and are like, what are y'all looking for? Oh, your dog's not on a leash? And we can still hear him. So he's like, I hear you, I just don't want to come home. So eventually, you know, he's still in the woods and the cops like drive away and leave so they don't like see him, which is good. But he comes out the woods and he's like, he's smart. He's very, very smart dog. And so he knows that what he did was wrong. So he's like cowering and like walking and everything. And like, we don't hit our dog. We yell at him because that, I think, is a better punishment than like hitting your dog. So like we yelled at him and he was upset. And so we like, you know, let him inside, gave him a bunch of water because he was like panting and he was hot. That happened. So now I'm inside. I'm hot and sweaty and my hair is crazy, but it's 4:50, so I finished work for the day. I have to do homework. I'm gonna go ahead and start my final project and see if I can get about half of it done, and then I'll update you guys and get to reading and everything. Hello. We just spoke, or I just spoke, and maybe you listened. Last I spoke, I told you that I was going to get off of my laptop and maybe do some of my final, which I did. I did about, I'd say, a quarter of it, and then I went and ate dinner with my mom and my sister, and then we watched Big Bang Theory for probably about 2 or 3 hours. I still haven't read any more of The Last Olympian. I still have 126 pages to go. I am pretty tired tonight, so I might not finish it today, which, I mean, is fine. I've already read about 100 pages today, so I'm not worried about it. But yeah, I think this is the last time that I'm going to update you guys tonight. Good night. Ow, I just hit my elbow. Good morning. Today is Thursday, and it is 8:32 in the morning. Sorry, my camera's so wobbly. I don't have a stand for it yet, so it's on my hand. And I woke up, did my normal thing, you know, came over to my laptop, told everybody that I was online, and, you know, went to the kitchen to make myself a cup of coffee. And I saw that the dog wasn't in his bed. I didn't have my contacts in at this point, so I was like, okay. So I went to go put my contacts in and came back out, and I saw a giant pile of vomit on the floor by his bed. I was like, oh no. And I could hear him in my mom's bedroom. My mom had gone to work, so I was like, oh please, because like there's concrete in the living room, so it's no big deal. I could just clean it up. But there's carpet in the bedrooms, so I was like, oh, I really hope nothing bad happened. And nothing did, which is fine. So I had to clean all of that up and let him outside. His tummy hurts. I don't know. Maybe he ate something while he was outside yesterday in the woods. He has such a sensitive stomach. But he's inside now. He was outside in the backyard most of the night. He came in my room like right when I was going to bed. Oh, I finished The Last Olympian last night, by the way. I like read the whole thing. Or not the whole thing, but I finished it. I finished reading it. It was amazing. 5 out of 5 stars, as always. Rick Road, you're amazing. But when I was on like the last 2 pages of it, he came in my room and he was like, I gotta go. So I like let him out, and then I went and finished the chapter, and I was gonna go and let him back in, but he wasn't like by the back door waiting to be let back in. So like I went outside, and he was laying by the side door by my mom's bedroom. So I let him in. He woke my mom up at like 3 a.m. this morning, and my mom let him back outside, and he's been outside for the rest of the night because his stomach just wasn't feeling good. I am super popular today. Anyway, I'm gonna go do work because I have lots of work to do today. And I will probably talk to you guys around 4 or 5-ish. Bye. He was just making a bunch of really cute noises in his sleep, and I thought I would catch some on my phone, but I did not. Are you doing anything cute? I think he's feeling a little bit better. But while this video is downloading, I thought I would tell you guys more about what I'm planning on reading this week. The Olympians series I finished last night. I think I'm going to start Thunderhead. I have read Scythe, loved it, and I've heard that Thunderhead is better. So I'm excited to start that one today. And because of how much I've read, I only need to read 50 pages a day now to finish all the books that I plan to by the end of the month, which is really good. I'm doing fantastic. But I have lots of work to do today, so I won't be able to read as much today as I did yesterday. Because I think yesterday I read about 250 pages, which is a lot. So anyway, I'm going to get back to work so I can read some later, and I will talk to you guys later. Good morning. It is Friday. Woohoo! Yay! I am so excited. I'm gonna scoot over a little bit because the sun is bright today. I didn't really get on a lot yesterday because I worked until 5, had lots of assignments to do, and then I had to really sit down and do my final project because I hadn't really done a lot of it. So I got about 90% of it done. It's due today at midnight, so I'm going to do it after work today and finish it. But also, dog took off again into the woods, so I had to go and get him. He's 10 years old. I don't see what piqued his interest. You know, I went and got him and it didn't take that long this time, but he's so strong. So you guys know pit bull type dogs are like exclusively muscle. So, like, I can pull him all day long, but me being 103 pounds can't move him at all. Oh, excuse me. I did get about, I can't reach my book, but I did get about 50 pages into Thunderhead, which was my goal. I've been waking up a minute before my alarm every day. Like, okay, when I say every day, I mean today and yesterday. I woke up exactly a minute before my alarm. And I don't know why, like wide awake. So I was like, oh, I'm just gonna try and go back to sleep. 30 seconds later, my alarm goes off. Why? I need that extra minute of sleep. Do you not hear the crackle in my voice? It's not really a there it is. Anyway, I'm gonna do work today, unless I get more assignments today, which I think I will. I'll be done by lunch, in which case I can read some more in Thunderhead. I think this is going to be the last day of my vlog for this week, just because I don't see myself vlogging at all over the weekend. I don't really do anything interesting enough to vlog. I'm not going anywhere. It is tax-free weekend, though, so I might go to Walmart or Target and see what they have on sale for home goods and everything, which they probably don't because tax-free weekend's only for school supplies. That's pretty much all that I'm going to be doing over the weekend, so I don't feel like it's entertaining enough to vlog. I'm not saying that all of this was entertaining, because for all I know, it wasn't, which is fine. Anyway, I'm going to start my work, and I will come on later today and update you guys. Bye. Spider. Okay, here's my finger. It's like inside my window. It's massive. Gross. It is 11:46. Oh, my blue light glasses are causing a glare. I hate spiders. Living in the country is terrible for me because I hate spiders. And we have all those like brown tree spiders that are just like random everywhere outside. But then, you know, attached to our house, that was a gnat. It's flying everywhere. Attached to our house, we have a bunch of like just weird looking spiders. Like, what are you? It's like light brown with black spots all over it. Ugh, I don't like spiders. Hello. It is really bright. It is really hot. I had a little lull in my work assignments, so I went ahead and finished my project. So it's done. It just needs to be submitted. But I'm outside right now because I wanted to see how the dog would do with me out with him and see if he was gonna go across the street. He's bolted once, but I yelled at him and he came back. So he's doing pretty good so far. See his little tail right there. He's in the middle of some grass.
Hi.
He likes to walk in this bush and he gets pricklers all over him. Hello. I realized I didn't film an outro as I'm making the video right now. So here's my outro. It is Sunday. It is 4:03 in the afternoon. I have gotten halfway through Thunderhead. It is fantastic. It is really, really good. So this is the sequel to the Arc of a Scythe trilogy. Can't really say who we follow because it's kind of a spoiler for the first one if you haven't read it. But we follow the Scythedom and things are starting to happen, and some of the bad scythes are starting to get murdered, and we get to learn a lot more about the Thunderhead and, you know, his way of life, and we get to learn a lot more about the Unsavorables. So it's a lot more insight into the world, and I really, really like it. And hopefully if I remember to vlog next week, you guys will see my reaction to the ending. But I'm still meeting my quota. I'm actually a day ahead of my reading schedule. But anyway, this was fun. I liked it. I will talk to you guys later, maybe. I don't know how to end one of these things. Anyway, bye.